Hello guys, this is Mr. Legal talking, and today I'm gonna read you a fandom by Roxy Star 68. The title is Kingdom Hearts 2 The Return. Riku needed to find Sora fast. If it really was true that the Heartless were back, he needed to find Sora, his friend, and the Keyblade wielder. The Keyblade was a weapon of mass destruction, and it had great power. The Heartless were out of control now that Ansem was gone. Ansem had caused Riku to fight his best friend and nearly killed him. If Sora hadn't destroyed Ansem, Riku would probably be consumed by darkness. Meanwhile, Sora, Donald, and Goofy were trying to follow a dog by the name Pluto, who had a letter with King Mickey's seals on it. They thought it might be a clue to where the king is. Not long before, they had defeated Ansem and found the door of the Kingdom of Hearts. Riku, one of his best friends from Destiny Islands, and King Mickey had been on the other side of the door. They had to close it since it was the only way to stop the Heartless. They knew that there would only be and always be a path to the light. So they were in search for it. His other best friend Kyrie had returned home to the island. She had taken captive because she was needed to open the final keyhole. But Sora got her out. The island was destroyed by the Heartless. But when the door closed, it recovered. Sora knew that sooner or later he would return to his island. They were catching up to Pluto, and finally they caught up to him. Donald opened up the letter. Dear Donald, Goofy, and Sora, don't forget that there is a path to the light. Return to our kingdom, get the gummy ship, and prepare for another journey. Revisit other worlds, but the cautious of Heartless, because it is true that they are bigger. This time, it will be dangerous, even more than before. The worlds are no longer connected. It will be tricky like a puzzle. If you make a mistake, you won't be able to return to your original world. As for Riku, he's looking for Sora. He found a way out. He was there one morning and gone the next. Stay with Pluto this time. Good luck, King Mickey. Well, do you think that we're ready to Riku? Sora wondered hopefully. There's no way to be sure that the world are disconnected, Donald said with a weird voice. Wow. Although they got really involved in their conversation, they followed Mickey's direction and ran after Pluto, who had wrenched himself out of their grip. Sora suggested that they make their way up to the castle and show him around. They would give him a room where he could stay until the group figured out what the letter meant. They would stay in the kingdom when Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto reached the castle. Everyone was waiting for them. Huey, Dewey, and Louie had been safely returned from Traverse Town. When Minnie and Daisy were waiting to ask them about their travels, they told them in detail. Sora was the main talker. Sorry, but my nose is stuck sometimes. I used to live in Destiny Island with Riku and Kylie. We were planning to take a raft to another world, but the night before we left, the Heartless took over the island. I was taken to Traverse Town, where I ran into Donald and Goofy. They are a great help. Then we took a gummy ship to Wonderland, and then a young girl disappeared during a trial. After Wonderland, we were taken to a jungle where wild man gave us assistance to fight off the Heartless. His name was Tarzan. He spoke barely any English. Meanwhile, we were part of some games against the Heartless. We had to keep sealing the keyholes in all the different worlds. We went to the Arabian town of Agrabah. A young man named Aladdin gave us a hand. We had met a main witch named Maleficent in Traverse Town, and we encountered her again in Agrabah. She seemed to know a weird guy, Jafar. Anyway, we had to fight Jafar in the Cave of Wonders. After sealing Agrabah, we were headed to a different world where a huge whale swallowed us. Apparently, we weren't the only one. An old man and a woman puppet were there. I saw Rico too. We fought more enemies and left to go to another world. It was all underwater in Atlantica. Nona was an octopus. Goofy was a turtle, and I was a mere person. A mermaid named Ariel helped us fight the Heartless. We had to fight the evil sea witch Ursula twice. We sealed the keyhole and moved to a creepy place called Halloween Town. There was a tall skeleton named Jack, and he was trying to make the Heartless dance. Oh my god, my nose. We battled Oogie Boogie at his house. Then we learned how to fly and fight Captain Hook in the Neverland. We went to the 100-acre wood. Next came a really crucial task. The second to the last world for us to tackle was Hallucination. I met Riku, but he wasn't himself. He attacked me twice. I battled Maleficent and his dragon. The most recent of our tale is the end of the world. I battled many enemies, and it turns out that the author of all those Heartless reports was the person behind the Heartless. We fought him and sealed him the final door. The trouble was that Mickey and Riku were in there, and that's how the story goes. Sora finished out of breath. Everyone was staring at the wield of Keyblade. Goofy added, but no really. We kept the world order. The letter from King Mickey has said to retest the step, but the Queen and Daisy were prepared to let them. Just look at what happened before. Who knows, the Heartless may be stronger. And that's what the letter said, Donna commented. Seeing everyone's worried face, Sora quickly added, but the letter also said that we have to go to the other world. We stated that since the letter was from King Mickey, it would be wise to do what he said when the resident of the kingdom didn't have any more excuses to let them go. Donna and Goofy showed Sora around the castle. I will be back for a while. It was a beautiful place with brightly colored hallways. Sora, Donald, and Goofy stopped at a big door that looked like the room of the king's throne. On the door was a crest shaped like Mickey's head. What? Wait, does that Mickey... Sorry about that, my nose, for fuck's sakes. What does the king mean when he says that it will be like a puzzle? I think he means to go to the world in a specific order. After having something to eat, the group of three went to the gigantic library in the center of the castle. It was filled with books about everything. Sora and Goofy, and Donald of course, went to a section devoted to the Heartless. The only was the section about other world was split into one about Heartless. The threesome has hoped to learn more about the Heartless. They had encountered one report, but now it was hard to believe because Elsa wrote it. Sora thought about the letter. Were the Heartless really bigger? He looked at a book called The Cycle of the Heartless. He said, when the door to the light is closed for a second time, the Heartless will become stronger. But so will the key. So will the wielder of the Keyblade. Then Sora looked at another book about different worlds. A paragraph in chapter 2 said, another truly part of the world will return there even if the worlds are connected or destroyed. If the person or being has important jobs to do such as fighting off Heartless, they have the power to visit other worlds, but only in the right order. Guys, I found out something really important. King Mickey's letter now makes sense to me. The Heartless have become stronger, but so am I. We can visit other worlds, but just like the key said, we have to do it in the right order. Can't we return to the Destiny Island, but she was really part of it. Rick was dying to visit other worlds, and he had an important job keeping the door of Kingdom Hearts shut. But his yearning to go to the other world kept him from staying in the room with the key. He could be anywhere now. Gosh. I guess that means when the door is open, the key came out, Goofy said. But then the Heartless can get out, not the Quack. It can't be that simple. I think that the first thing we have to do is find Riku. Get Leon, Cloud, Yuffie, and Aerith. So Sora, Goofy, and Donald went and said goodbye to everything. The resident of the kingdom gave them tons of attention. They headed for the gummy ship. On the control panel, there was a list worlds been to. Meanwhile, an invisible force was blowing Riku away from the door. All the withered plants on the ground were swaying, although it takes two keyblades to close the door of light. The simplest thing can operate. On that fateful afternoon, the door was opened yet again. And all the work Sora had done, well, it too was blown away by the invisible force. Sora, Goofy, and Donald were thinking how great it was to be travel with a Heartless behind them. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna stop reading. There's a whole lot to be read. So, pretty much, hate to say this, but adios.